Even when we're bad, we never fail to be in the news, whether it's trade rumors or greatest football players of all time joining our ownership stake. And now we need to watch Tom Brady enter the Raiders facility. I'm not going to lie to you. When I watch this video, it's muted, so we're not going to hear the autumn wind play because of YouTube. When I watch this video, I got the chills straight up. I mean, every single person in that building, Tom Brady embracing with Mark Davis, just taking it all in. He played for the Patriots, tuck rule, all that nonsense. This is objectively a good thing for our organization. He is quite literally the best football player to touch God's green earth, but not only is he a very strong competitor like a Michael Jordan, he has the cerebral mind to create a better way forward to help Mark Davis potentially get this thing back on the tracks. And what better way to break the curse of the tuck rule than to get the guy that beat us in the tuck rule game? Also, shout out to Richard Seymour, who got 0.5% of the Raiders. That's pretty cool. Like him. And the reason I brought up Michael Jordan there is because I've seen a lot of comparisons to, well, Michael Jordan was the greatest basketball player of all time, then now he's the GM slash, owner or whatever of the Charlotte Hornets, and they stink. Here's the difference. Tom Brady, according to his boy, Rob Gronkowski, is a very, very good eye for talent. He is a good, what did he say? Evaluator. Let's see what he says here. Rob Gronkowski on Kay Adams.
Tom's going to play a role in that he's going to be sort of evaluating who that quarterback should be. That's huge.
Well, that's a good point, and that's the truth. Tom knows talent better than anyone else. He knows how to evaluate a player. I remember just being one-on-one with him in meeting rooms, and he's going over the guys that are covering me, and he can break them down in literally 1 or 2 minutes to the T. He can tell you their skill set. He can tell you their weaknesses. He can tell you their strengths, and that's what Tom, brings big time, is just to the table, is just being able to know the skill set.
So, by the way, that's not just the quarterback he's talking about. He's saying he's going to be able to evaluate all sorts of players. Now, the reason why I think this is so important, I just want to make this clear. Is Tom Brady going to be running the Raiders? No, he's not. He's still got his broadcasting gig. He's going to be focusing on that a lot of the time. But in the offseason, when free agents want to come play for the Raiders, when Tom Telesco and his guys are evaluating which players we should trade up for, trade back for, who should be the quarterback of the future, blah, 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 Tom Brady's voice in the room will hold a lot of weight. And when you have someone like a Rob Gronkowski coming out and saying, this isn't going to be a Michael Jordan situation where he's not great at evaluating talent. Tom Brady knows talent, knows player development better than anyone. Remember, Tom Brady was a guy who was drafted pretty low in the draft and had to will his way forward. Not only is he going to be looking for great quarterback prospects physicality-wise, but he's going to try to get into the psyche of these young players to see which one is the best player for the Raiders moving forward. Now, if you're wondering, okay, Tom Brady's great at all this stuff, but will he even want to do it? Let's hear what Mark Davis has to say, because if you didn't see this video, I'm sure you did. He talked a little bit about what Brady brings to the table. They asked him what his role would be. Let's see what Mark Davis says about Tom Brady's role.
What I was going to say is we traded Davante Adams for Tom Brady. And although Tom can't play, I think he can help us select a quarterback in the future and potentially train him as well.
He can help us select a quarterback in the future and potentially train him. Quick side note. If you're Aiden O'Connell and you see that, don't you want to just come out against the Rams and just light the world on fire and win every game? Not going to happen. Maybe he'll have a good game against the Rams. We're not going to win every game, obviously. But sneaky maybe win this week for the Raiders against the Rams because Davante's gone and they're going to be like, we're going to do this. We're going to show them we don't need him. And Mark Davis is saying we need to select a quarterback. Aiden, go out there and show him. So maybe he just comes out slinging and we win this game and we go to 3-4. Not that it really matters at this point. So Tom Brady becomes the owner. He walks into the facility. Everybody loves him. Wearing silver and black. Love it. Gronkowski says he's a great evaluator of talent, the best I've ever seen. Mark Davis says he will have a say in who the quarterback is going forward. Guys, I got to be honest with you, and I've seen people less and less saying this, but saying like this is disgusting that Tom Brady is a part owner of the Raiders. He's a Patriot. Get him at it. It's like, guys, we need to like grow up and move on from that stuff. This is how you try to find a way to right the ship. And for all the people complaining about Mark Davis doesn't know this, he doesn't know that, he doesn't know this. He's got the greatest football player and mind to ever play the game, helping try to right this ship and get the train on its tracks. So assuming that Aiden O'Connell doesn't blow the doors off this thing and we win 11 games somehow and make the playoffs, we will be drafting a quarterback in 2025. So I thought in this video we would check out the ESPN rankings. This was 3 days ago for the top quarterbacks coming out and give my opinion on each one real quickly. Now, here's what I will say. I'm going to be doing a series on Patreon only, watching the highlights of every single prospect coming out quarterback-wise in this draft. It's a Patreon-exclusive series because it's going to be copyrighted. I'm not going to be able to post it on YouTube. If you are interested in seeing that, come right here to patreon.com/ALLaBorde Raiders. Link is in the description below. Sign up for the $5 tier. That's all you need to see this Patreon exclusive series that will be starting very soon, where I watch the highlights of Shador and Cam and Drew Aller and Carson Beck and all of them. We're doing all of them, baby. And by the way, $5, you get exclusive access to these series that are only on YouTube. You get your name at the end of the credits. You get every video early. And if you want to go to $10, you get monthly YouTube advisory advice. That's a little redundant. And you get ad-free versions of all the videos. By the way, we also just hit 10,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm probably going to do a separate video at some point talking about this. It's insane. It's insane. I can't thank you guys enough. And I think a large part of hitting that goal was mentioning this right here, that 65% of the people that watch these videos keep coming back but are not yet subscribed. And what I have to say to that is just subscribe, you know? It's pretty simple. We're going to make a separate video on the 10K because I don't want to spend too much time on it in this video, but thank you so much for that. I do love you guys. I say it at the end of every video, and I do mean it. Let's just quickly go through the top quarterbacks that Tom Brady is going to be helping us pick. Shador Sanders. I'm just gonna give a quick little blip on all these guys right now. I wouldn't hate this. I wouldn't hate this at all. My only concern with Shador is that Coach Prime is just going to be involved somehow. I don't want Prime on the staff. I don't want him meddling. You go coach Buffalo. We'll do our thing with Shador. I do like the talent. He's a bit of a prospect, but you know, if he's protected, he could be something special. Cam Ward is somebody that a lot of people have been saying that they want. Full disclosure, I haven't seen a single snap of Cam Ward this whole season. The only player I really watched in full is Drew Aller because I went to Penn State. I root for them. I watch every game, so I only know a lot about him. He's a transfer QB who makes a significant leap in development with his new team rise up the board. The recent examples of this are Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels. Two good examples there. I don't know anything about him. Comment below your thoughts on all these guys. Give me your little summaries of all the guys, how you think they are, player comparisons. I'm going to need your guys' help here. I just want to see where they are ranked. Carson Beck, I mean, we saw him late day one, early day two. That's interesting. We saw him struggle against Alabama, but then fight his way back. So I like that. Jalen Milroe, kind of same thing. He could fly down the field. Is he the next Jaden Daniels, Lamar Jackson? Who knows? Then we got Quinn Ewers, Arch Manning breathing down his neck. Garrett Nussmeier, interesting, over Drew Aller, and then there's Drew Aller and Jackson Dart. So, you know, I foresee us getting one of these top five guys. We'll see how guys like Quinn Ewers, Drew Aller, and Jackson Dart progress and move up with the combine, with their play. Who knows? If Penn State makes the college football playoff top four and they sneaky get into a national championship or something, Drew Aller draft stock rises. Again, I'm only talking about him a lot because that's the one I know the most. But I want you guys to comment below just really your thoughts on who we should get at quarterback. Do you like Tom Brady's influence in the locker room, in the facilities with Tom Telesco? Because at the end of the day, it's Tom Telesco's decision. Tom Brady's not going to pick this guy for us. However, him working hand in hand with Tom Telesco could be great. Because I've said before, I said in the last video, Tom Telesco has a great track record of drafting guys with high upside that end up being as good as you want them to be, and quarterbacks. He was in the room when Bill Polian drafted Andrew Luck. He took Justin Herbert. Word on the street is he was trying to trade up for Jaden Daniels. So we'll see how Tom Brady is able to shape the future of this franchise. I hope it's for the better. I do think it's a good move. There's really no negatives that can come out of this. So what say you? Leave comments, hit that like button, join the Discord. It's a free group chat with all of us Raider fans where we're talking all the time during game day, coping a lot. Join that Patreon, like I said, patreon.com/ALLaBorde Raiders, $5 tier, $10 tier. We have about 20 members right now. Let's get to 25, let's get to 30, let's get to 1 million. Please be sure to subscribe. It's free after all, no charge to you. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.